What's going on, you guys? Vicky Carnes here, and welcome to episode 28 of Unsolved. This episode was asked for, requested, if you will, by none other than the YouTube user by the name of LT the Boz. That's B-O-Z. He asked me to do it 4 weeks ago. I responded saying I already had plans to do it, but I will give you a shout out anyway. So there you go. Thank you so much for trying to help out the channel and give me ideas. Remember that all ideas are very much welcome, and so far 100% of the time that people have asked me to do something that they want to see, I've done it and I've given you a shout out. So don't be afraid that I'm going to turn you down, because odds are I won't. It would have to be something that I had complete no interest in. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into this episode. Today we were talking about the Taman Shud case. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. That happened about a mysterious, unidentified man that was found on the beach in Australia and has never been identified since he was found in 1948. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I made some notes here. I'm going to go over the notes, talk about each part of the notes as I read them, and this is definitely a fun one to do, and I've been wanting to do it for a long time, so finally I get to do it. So the Taman Shud case, also known as the Mystery of the Somerton Man, is an unsolved case of an unidentified man found dead at 6:30 in the morning on December 1st, 1948 on Somerton Beach in Australia. So that's definitely weird, finding an unidentified body, but usually it's identified. However, this one, as I said, was never identified, which makes this, plus some of the weird shit involved, makes this case very, very odd. It is named after a phrase, Taman Shud, meaning ended or finished in Persian, printed on a scrap of paper found in a hidden pocket of the man's trousers. So that makes you wonder, why would he have that not only in a pocket, but a hidden pocket at that, meaning ended or finished? Did he commit suicide? And if so, how come they've never been able to find out how he died? And why is there no ID? The actual book was handed in that he took the piece of paper from. Around the time the body was found, a man in Glenelg had found it on the seat of his car. Written in the book was something looking like a secret code, as well as a telephone number. Unfortunately, they don't go any further into the telephone number and where it was actually to, but the secret code, I'm sure, was never cracked either. So this is definitely weird. I mean, first he has a very weird thing written in Persian in a hidden pocket in his trousers, and he also supposedly wrote a secret code as well as a telephone number in the book that he ripped that saying out of. So definitely some very weird stuff already. On the 14th of January 1949, staff at the Adelaide railway station discovered a brown suitcase with its label removed. This is that brown suitcase. This is them looking at it. Here you go. Okay, you looked at it? Yeah. Which has been checked into the station clock room after 11 a.m. on the 30th of November, 1948. It was believed that this suitcase was owned by the man found on the beach. In the case were a red checked dressing gown, a size 7 red felt pair of slippers, 4 pairs of underpants, pajamas, shaving items, a light brown pair of trousers with sand in the cuffs. He was found on the beach. After all, that's kind of weird that it would be there, though. An electrician, a screwdriver, a table knife cut down in a short, sharp instrument, a pair of scissors with sharpened points, and a stenciling brush as used by third officers on merchant ships for stenciling cargo. So he definitely had some stuff in that suitcase, didn't he? Also in the suitcase was a thread of a Barber brand orange wax thread of an unusual type not available in Australia where he was found. So definitely he got that from somewhere else. It was the same that used to repair the lining in a pocket of the trousers the dead man was wearing. Police believe that whomever removed the oh yeah, and then also all of the tags, name tags and whatnot in the dead man's clothing in the suitcase, whatnot, was all removed except for the name Keane, which is why they believe that Keane was not his name, because whoever wanted his identity kept a mystery definitely would not have left his name in the suitcase. So it says police believe that whoever removed the clothing tags purposely left the name Keen tags on the clothes, knowing Keen was not the dead man's name. It has since been noted that Keen tags were the only ones that could not have been removed without damaging the clothing. So that's pretty much the gist of the case. Dead man found on the beach, no identification, a mysterious brown suitcase, which I just showed you, with weird stuff in it. One thing that's not even available in Australia, where his dead corpse was found, and all of the labels of his clothing were removed except for Keen, and the only reason they were left in there was, one, that's obviously not his name, and two, because it would damage the clothing. So whoever is responsible, whether it be a person or persons, definitely did a very good job at covering up their tracks and making this man an unsolved cold case mystery, because from 1948 all the way to today, 2015 and counting, he has never been identified, in this case has obviously never been solved. And unfortunately, because of the age of this case, I personally don't think it will ever be solved either. Just like the Black Dahlia case, I just don't think it's going to happen. And so, you know, what I think about this is, I definitely think this guy was killed by some very, very professional people that knew what they were doing. They knew how to make somebody a mystery without actually having to get rid of their body, and they knew how to get away with it. There was no signs of what killed him. They believed that it was untraceable poison, more than likely, sure. Absolutely, but they don't know that 100% for sure because it's untraceable, you know, and now that it's been so long, they can't do any more tests on the guy. I mean, his body is probably a fucking skeleton by now in his grave, wherever they buried him. So that's pretty much out the window, obviously. So, I don't, you know, usually this is the part of the video where I tell you what I think, but I really don't know what to think. Like I said, the only thing I will say is that I definitely think that he was killed by some seriously professional, big-time guys. And it was definitely a professional kill, and that's really it. I don't know other than that. So if you guys want to shed some light on this case, go ahead in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you to LT the Boz, I think I said that right, for recommending this. Yeah, I did. Okay, for recommending this to me, for trying to help out the channel. I very much appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. Right as of this recording, we're at 617 of you guys. Thank you so much. It's so awesome to have over 600 subs. Never thought I'd be able to get there, so it's all owed to you guys. Though I simply just sit behind a camera and make videos. You guys are the ones that hit that sub button, and a big time thank you to all of you that watch all my videos. I notice I get some views pretty quickly from people that like to view my stuff, so it really means a lot to me. It makes me feel like I'm not doing this just to do it, but I'm doing it for people, to entertain other people out there. So I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. If you want to see any other cases in the Unsolved or any of my other series, leave them in the comments. It doesn't matter what video you leave it in. I will see it. And this is the Keith Carnes. You guys take it easy. Thanks for viewing, and I'll see you guys in the next.